Welcome back to the Schmitter's 100 Acre Woods. In the previous episode, working on the shed here, we had gotten all of the rafters put up, but we kind of run out of daylight and everything, so this time we're going to be mainly working on the roof. So to start with, we need to get the purlins put up. So we are matching the overhang that is on there now. So we have 18 or 24 inches, so we're attaching some 2x4s to the 2x4 purlins for the overhang. Just stiffens those up so you don't have any droop on the additional part that's hanging over. So we go ahead and do that on both the sides, trying to stagger some of the lengths as much as possible so you don't have all of your ties or overlaps fall on the same rafters. You want to kind of stagger those as much as possible just to help add some strength. So this next morning, just kind of showing what we got done the previous night. Have all the ends on, just need to work on getting the middle. So we have the saw set up and the 2x4s there on the middle. So I can get dimensions from Dad staying up there, and I can get boards cut and use the nailer to put those up. Today's video is going to be primarily time-lapse. I'll have some kind of cut in video here and there, but just with both of us having to keep working, it was difficult to get video as we went. So primarily just time-lapse setup. But here you can see just using the saw, getting stuff cut, and getting those put up. Go up every 2 feet and have the one at the bottom that we'll do later on. We cut a chamfer on that so that it lines up with the bottom and don't have that sticking out whenever you put the gutter board on. Alright, we just got all the purlins on the top. We bevel cut this end so that you have it straight all the way through. So it's like an 18-degree angle is what it ended up being. So we cut that so that whenever you put your piece on, it's flat. 2-inch overhang, or like 18 inches, which is, I believe, is what we did up there. So we just matched what we did on the other building. So have all of these on. Just got metal unwrapped here. So this came from Graber Post. And that's where all the metal from that came from, so that the rib design and the color would match exact, since we're going to tuck into that roof. We want it to be exact, so we went ahead and went back there and got metal instead of going to Menards like we've done for some of the other stuff. So we got that, and have the corner piece. So need to undo one more row of screws on the roof up there, get it so you can peel up a little bit more, and then basically just sneak it under so that the water will go on top of, and then we'll just line up the end. So with that, to kind of make things as easy as possible, with the 20-foot length pieces that we got, have plenty to put in under. We did put the paper underneath the metal roof on the other part, just so that if there was any condensation, you wouldn't have dripping, just because it is a mostly enclosed building. And this one, just because we'll have airflow through there, I don't think we'll have any issue with condensation, so we didn't put any of the paper. But the paper does kind of cause an issue to where we had to put, we actually used some stickers to put in under there to hold the paper down while we slid the metal up. But I'm able to get those up there, and then basically we're just putting some screws at the top, at the bottom, and then we'll snap lines all the way across to get the rest of the screws put in, so you're hitting those purlins every 2 feet. First part of getting the metal up was pretty easy, just because it was right there, had lots of room to push sheets up. Whenever we get over by the other building, it becomes a little bit more challenging. just because I don't have as much room, but lost a little bit there. We ended up having to cut and got it put up. So then you can see just running through, putting all the screws in. So once we have that, we can start putting some of the wood trim pieces on, along with the metal trim that goes with it. So on the front, pretty straightforward. So we're doing 2x6s for the front piece, and then along the sides. So we have a 2x10 and some 2x8s, so we're going to go ahead and just mill out some 2x10s or 2x6s so that we have those ready. We can get those up, and then we can finish putting some of the trim pieces on to wrap all this up. So we're getting pretty close to being done. It's all on the roof now, which is nice. We just want to get a little bit of this stuff done with the rest of the trim, since it is supposed to rain this coming up week. Just kind of get it all buttoned up, and we won't really have a chance to do that later in the week. So getting that over nice and under cover. So as I mentioned, I have everything under cover now, and just working on getting the wood up. So got the wood up. Don't have exact 412 here, as I mentioned whenever we did the construction. So we got that piece of wood up and then just marked it to cut it, so we matched the bottom angle correctly. And then did the same thing on the other side, got it put up, and then worked on getting the metal put up on there as we went. Just kind of button things up as we go. The corner pieces that you put on, or the top cover pieces, they are 20 foot in length, so you put those up and then we just cut them while up there. Okay, we got most stuff buttoned up. Have the drip edge, all the trim pieces on. We have a little bit of some screws and stuff, but she's now fully enclosed. So have just a little bit to do, but gotten pretty much all the way done. Last time lapse that you saw of this, we were 99% complete, and here behind me I have what I'm dubbing the truck shed for right now. So basically we just extended the roof line from that carport coming down. Ended up being about a 412. We came up just a little bit, so it's a little bit shallower than that, just to give a little bit of extra clearance here. With a true 412, it was going to be, the bottom of this was going to be somewhere down in here. So at 6 foot, I was definitely going to hit my head here. This is right at or just above 6 foot, so we're able to add that little bit to it. So kind of using the 2x10s is one of those good bad things. Structurally very good, but it adds 10 inches to everything because we did 2x10s for the rafters as well. So very strong. We cut all those ourselves along with the 2x4 purlins on top. Only thing we didn't cut that you're seeing right here are the 6x6s. So we had these 3 already. There were 2 of them, we cut them. We had those already, so we wanted to utilize those, and we ended up needing to purchase 1 more to get this complete. See, we poured these piers, if you've been watching along as we've been doing this, poured these piers about a month ago, and then got these metal brackets made to pin the 6x6s on. So pretty strong there, bolted those down. And then we just put metal on the roof, and then we bought some trim pieces, so you notice we have some kind of not matching. So we were able to reuse some trim pieces and bought new for other sections. It should all be the same, but there was some variation on that. So Anything that was kind of different, we tried to kind of put on this side in the corner, away from like the driveway and everything, where you won't really see it. So did have some slight variation there, but tried to kind of stick it in this corner so it wouldn't be seen. So idea with this being called the truck shed, so I still need to do a little bit of cleanup, get the ladders and everything out. Been running a magnet just to make sure, get everything picked up. But we'll get the trailer out of here. It's going to have a new home, get everything picked up, and I'll show you what's going to be going in here and be undercover. And this here is what the truck shed is for. So given the name because of the color, we've been calling her Ruby. It's a GMC 3500 AT4. Has this nice volcanic red tint. Kind of just starting at the back, we got the fifth wheel package, which shouldn't surprise anyone with the trailers and stuff that we are pulling around here. Crew cab, so we have full back seats. Has most of the packages added onto it. All the technology packages and everything like that. And the only thing it doesn't have that was an option is the sunroof. We're typically not big fans of a sunroof, just prone to leaking and everything. I know a lot of people really enjoy those, but just not really our thing. So if we were able to work around that, so we didn't opt for that. Today is kind of an overcast day, and that's the one thing with this color. It is kind of a burgundy color in the clouds, but whenever the sun's really bright and shining on it, it's a nice kind of vibrant red color. So today's not the best day. I'll try to get some more video. I'll be doing a couple different videos of this truck where I kind of do more in depth. This one I'll just kind of add it along with doing the truck shed and kind of what it's for. So be watching for another video where I do a deep dive into the truck. I won't go into too much of it just because there's a lot of videos online about these trucks and you know, all the features they have and everything. I will pinpoint or point out some of the things that we got that are unique on this truck, and kind of things that I've noticed that I've been trying to look up online, and there's not a lot of videos about, so I'll try to kind of add to that and show some of those things that I think maybe are missing. So just picked it up a couple days ago, so barely has the new worn off of it, but wanted to go ahead and show you what the truck shed is for. This will be a nice spot that we'll be able to park this and it not be in the elements. You know, these trucks are not a inexpensive item nowadays, so want to protect it the best we can. So that was the reason for adding on. You can see we have my car and the old truck. We would just park it where the old truck is, but with this long bed crew cab configuration, the thing is about 22 feet long. Well, the outside dimensions of that carport is 24. And we have wood stacked behind the truck right now. So there isn't honestly room in there, and then just with the doors and everything, always kind of beating up against that to be in there. So by building this, you have the true 24 feet on the outside that we have undercover, and then plenty of room here that we can park it up against this side, have plenty of room over here, and still have room for some storage and other things that can live here undercover. So like I said, I'll add this onto the end of the video about doing the truck shed, and I'll now be calling it the Ruby shed. And curious about more on that, on our new truck, stay tuned. I'll definitely do an in-depth video on that, kind of explaining the features it has, and just going around it. Hopefully I can find a nice sunny day to do it. Really makes that color pop. I don't know how well it'll come out on video, but definitely try to capture that the best I can. And then go through some features that we got that are a little unusual, and then just all the features we have in general, and trying to fill in some of the gaps of things that I've been looking for online and haven't been able to find. So I want to try to add to that and hopefully help other people who are either looking at this truck or ones like this with the refreshed interior. So that'll do it for this video. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.